Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL. And today we're working off of the pattern that was inspired by Pinterest. I was looking for something to satisfy a number of bracelets I have that were kind of put together, like just the kumi loop of it were put together beforehand. And I saw something where it looked like 3 brown, 3 green. And I thought, cool, what can I do? And I went to try to find something on friendshipbracelets.net that would be interesting or different. And unfortunately, the site was down. So I tried thinking what all other alternatives could I find for that. And what I found was this particular pattern. So I don't have like a pattern number or anything for it. But yeah, it's kind of cool. It is in some ways similar to a pattern I used to do a lot. But then it's just like more chevrons around the outsides of it, I guess. I don't know. It's just different. And as a result, it made it come out rather interesting. So as you see the buildup of this diamond that we've got going on right now, it's primarily the darker colors are kind of coming together for that. And so it makes that portion of the bracelet darker. And then that happens 2 more times, but the spaces in between the darker, I'll use up the lighter colors much more. And so there's this fade that kind of goes through the bracelet where you have a very dark segment followed by a very light segment. And I guess I kind of knew that it would kind of do that, but to the extent that it does, it really kind of caught me, a little off guard because, yeah, it really looks really, really good. And like I said, it's very similar to a bracelet that I've done before. In fact, I was concerned that the only thing I could think of for something of this size and this kind of color combination was from a video I did really a long time ago. It was like no pattern, no problem. And it was just a design that sort of, for me, follows this quirky little, do this first and then it'll kind of naturally go into something else. Yeah, so it, like this segment that I'm working on here sort of has that element to it, but then it goes into something different with the chevrons. So that's kind of neat. I kind of like that. Yeah, so the whole overall bracelet took just under an hour, like really barely just under an hour, but about par, about average for a 12-string bracelet. Yeah, that's kind of normal. Oh, the tan color string did get used a lot more than anything else, but that I kind of knew that one kind of going into it as well. So if you're going to try this, yeah, that light brown gets used more than anything else by far. That said, it's a relatively easy bracelet to do. A little bit of zigzag knots in there, but not very many. If you're able to do all 4 knots, then this should be no trouble for you at all. As you can see, like even in the diamond, right, it kind of goes to the right, then bounces to the left. This doesn't do that very often, so kind of easy. Kind of. I still, anytime there's zigzag knots involved for any extent, I still think that's kind of intermediate. But as far as intermediates go, this has got to be one of the easiest of them. So I can tell you a little insight to this. Oh wait, first. This is the middle, so quick shout out to my YouTube members for making this possible. Thank you guys so much. This project started out so simple, so, you know, awesome. I saw a kumi already made up, colors pulled. All I got to do is make a pattern for it. What could go wrong? It turns out that when I was looking at the strings and I saw the colors, I just assumed that it would be the number of strings, you know, that there'd be like these 12 strings, and that cool, you know, because I double up my floss, that'll work out perfectly. I'll have this nice little bracelet. I'll go at it. And that's so I shot the whole video making the pattern and getting everything ready. When I went to sit down to make this, I suddenly noticed that, wait a second, why is there 4 browns? Like, hang on. And I'm like, started looking at the green, like, don't tell me there's only 2 green. That's going to really kind of mess things up. No, there were 4 green as well. And that's when it kind of dawned on me that that was a much wider bracelet than I had anticipated. And so rather than using up string that's been laying around, I then had to cut string and make this bracelet. So yeah, that was a little bit unfortunate. I mean, it is what it is. I got a cool bracelet out of the whole process, but it wasn't what I intended on doing. I still have a number more of these kumis that were made possibly more than a year ago that I don't know what they were intended for. I don't know what was the plan at the time that they were done. So I still have to do a chunkier version of this because it's 4 brown and 4 green. So we'll see how that goes. That should be a different kind of challenge. It'll be interesting. This whole bracelet, by the way, was done on a live stream that my YouTube members could watch. And yeah, and then I finished off the live stream and was going to put together, you know, the version of this where I don't have sound involved. And I thought that would take a while. Turns out it didn't take out that long at all. So if you're a member and you're watching that video, this happened maybe about an hour after I signed off the other thing. So, you know, it still turned out to be a cool project. I'm still very proud of what was made. It's definitely different from anything I normally have done. And for that, I really do like it. I like the way the colors turned out. I like the way the whole project basically turned out. So there you go. Well, thank you for watching this far into the video. If you made it this far, please hit the like button. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.